On June 1st, 1921, the Tulsa, Oklahoma neighborhood known as Greenwood was looted and burned to the ground by a white mob. 35 city blocks were destroyed, and 300 people are believed to have lost their lives. 2 days earlier, an encounter between a black man and a white woman in a downtown elevator sparked a confrontation between whites and blacks, which resulted in the destruction of one of the nation's most successful black neighborhoods, famously known as Black Wall Street. As we approached the 100th anniversary of the massacre, we wanted to meet and hear the voices of those who live and work in the Greenwood neighborhood. With that, we present Greenwood, Here and Now.
All right, so joining us now is Mr. Rion Mayes Woodieast. He is a business owner on Greenwood, the owner of Tier's Jewelry and Company. Rion, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
That's great to hear, man. And first and foremost, what is it like to run a jewelry store, just as on a day-to-day basis?
Man, it's actually great. It's actually great. Giving someone some jewelry, it could be invaluable or it could be priceless or timeless to a person. And, actually giving that smile to a person and making them feel really good about themselves. Jewelry does a whole lot to the soul, mind, and spirit.
It certainly does, and how did you sort of get into this business?
Man, I was deployed in Turkey, and a guy over in Turkey, he had a jewelry store, and he just started teaching me. We were there to help protect his little area, and he just started teaching me how to make jewelry. And from there, I ran with it. When I came back home to the States, when I got out the Army, I started selling jewelry at a flea market. And then, I wanted to learn a little more, so I started working for Cage Jewels. And now here I am, working on my second location.
That is outstanding. That's an outstanding story, by the way, going from all the way in Turkey to Tulsa, And are you originally from Tulsa?
No. I'm from a city called East St. Louis, Illinois.
Oh, wow. So how did you make your way to Oklahoma?
My mom, she moved us down here when I was 17.
Very nice,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 25 now, so I've been here for about, after the Army time, I've been here for about a good 4 years solid.
That's awesome, Rion. And you look at it now, at 25 years old, already owning a jewelry store, trying to opening up another one, going on 2 locations now. I mean, what has this whole experience been like for you? I mean, it looks like you just hit the ground running when you got in your 20s.
Oh yeah, it's been a lovely journey. I can tell you that buying jewelry is the most exciting thing to ever do. Like when you actually see like the actual, the price and actually the actual value of jewelry, and the work that it goes into making jewelry, actually cutting diamonds, putting stones into sets, and actually the horology of watches and things like that. So it's actually a pretty good feeling, pretty good experience.
I bet it's so cool to see all that come together, And speaking mainly though towards Greenwood, right? Your business is in Greenwood. What does it mean to you, given all the history of Greenwood, to have started this business?
Well, first off, I'm honored. Very humble about being down here, knowing what my forefathers had went through down here, and the fact that I can actually come down here and actually experience what it was and what it looks like, and what is left of it, and I can actually be a part of it. And I like to think of myself as the modern day O.W. Gurley, which was the actual starter of Black Wall Street.
That is so cool, man. That is so cool. I love to hear that, and I'm a big history guy, so I definitely know that name, and I love to hear that you compare yourself to that.
Oh yeah.
And where do you see Greenwood going forward from here? Obviously, right now it is we're coming up on the 100th anniversary of the horrific massacre that happened there. What have you seen from Greenwood lately, and where do you see it maybe in 10 years?
I see the reconciliation going on. I actually see, people. The light is actually on it now, and it's actually time for the people that's here to actually run it, and the people that's down here every day to, to start to take advantage of it and actually go forward. Let's not dwell on the past. Bad things happen all the time. We gotta push forward. And in the next 10 years, I see Greenwood as a very, very big tourist attraction, and not just attracting entrepreneurs and businessmen like me. Attracting moguls, attracting big time corporations. I see Greenwood actually becoming a center stage and a centerpiece for Oklahoma and for this area.
I like that vision too. That's literally what I've been thinking. All throughout this process, when I've done some of these interviews and just talk to the people on Greenwood, that's what it seems like it's shaping to. Even outsider perspectives, they will say that Greenwood is there's just so many things that are happening, especially now in this 100th year anniversary. Some of the museums that are popping up. I think you're going to get a ton of people that come out there.
Oh yeah, oh yes, a lot.
And are you excited for this growth? And I think that'll freaking blow your business up too.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the actual 100-year anniversary. It's not to come out and celebrate what happened,
sure,
but it's to pay remembrance of what happened, and for all us to come down and actually learn about what actually happened. Because if you're just an everyday Joe, you go to regular public school in America, you don't hear about this story at all. So this actually, can get some educational to some of the kids, our grandkids to come, and in the future, to actually let people know what happened and what we have came from, and how we all are able to still coexist even though this bad thing happened. It's basically like a teaching moment, like a learning lesson.
Yeah, that's definitely the sentiment that a lot of other business owners have held with that, and going back to what you had just said about the education aspect of it, I know for myself personally, and just a lot of people that I've talked to for this project, they've all said that they didn't really learn about Greenwood growing up. Did you learn about Greenwood growing up?
Well, I actually did. In East St. Louis in 1901, East St. Louis had a very predominant black community, and Jewish white settlers actually had a ride with African Americans over in East St. Louis at the riverfront because of the booming industry of cow trading and industrializing things in that area. So I actually had my first glimpse of Greenwood when they compared it to the rides in East St. Louis and other places all over the country where this same thing has happened. Greenwood wasn't just the first place it happened, but it was the capacity that it happened. It was.
That's interesting, that you heard about it so early on. Did you ever think when you were learning about it then that you would ever, end up not only living there, but owning a business there?
Oh man, I did not actually. It was a journey to get down here, you got to go through all the proper things you have to do when you try to lease a space. But the people down here, Mr. Freeman Culver, they made it very easy. They were very outgoing and to work with me. They're very excited to put a jewelry store down here. From what I'm knowing, I'm the first African American owned jewelry store on Greenwood. From what I'm learning.
That is so awesome. That's a piece of history. You're working every day in a piece of history. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, every day.
So does it feel like what is a morning like for you when you get up to be able to go to this business every day?
Well, a morning like to me, I prepare to come in. As I come in, I actually said prayer as I actually come down, driving down the street. That this never happens again. That never goes on. That every business out here thrives and actually get promoted well. And as I go into the jewelry store, I set up. I put out the specials for the day. I set up all the cases, and I go on about the day. And but I do have in the back of my mind that where I'm at and how I present myself with where I'm at and my store.
Yeah, of course. Does it like? I know you're so young. You're 25, as you just said. Um, what do you think your end goal is in terms of this business? Do you think that Tiers? Am I going to see Tiers all the way across the country someday?
Oh yeah, Tier's is already going to actually in June of this year. Tier's will already be in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
You are expanding all across the country.
Oh yeah, I want to take this. I want to take this global.
That would be awesome. Yeah, and do you see sort of some of the early signs of it now? And how does that feel?
Well, I see some of the early signs of it now. I do. I have people coming in, asking about certain pieces of jewelry. We also don't just do fine jewelry; we do customized jewelry. So, I feel like that's what sets me apart from a lot of the jewelry stores in the area and national. About the type of pieces, the certain type of gold we use. We use 18 karat gold on most of our pieces, and certified diamonds. All of our jewelry is all fine from Australia, Africa, and some parts of Brazil.
Wow, I mean that's a unique business model. That sets you apart, man. That really does.
I don't have a piece of jewelry in my store that was made on American soil.
Wow, that's fascinating. Dang. And yeah, just a whole different slew of backgrounds. Even in the jewelry in your store, that is so cool to hear, Rion. And we are just getting up on our deadline here, but I want to ask you this one last question. What does the name Tiers mean? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, that's actually my middle name.
Oh wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, hey, Rion, thank you so much once again for joining us today on the podcast portion of the Greenwood Here Now project. Rion, is there anything else that you want to plug, before we go?
Oh, not much. We have our store official grand opening on on Saturday, the 1st, and the 2nd. So we'll have a 2-day grand opening down here on Greenwood. We'll have a band, live band actually, and food and jewelry. We'll be giving away $2,000 worth of free jewelry.
Wow, that is outstanding, man. Yeah, we will definitely have people get to that. Rion, thank you so much for telling us your story, and you have a fantastic day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Greenwood Here and Now is produced by the O'Collie Media Group. Thank you for listening.